We need to talk about AI, like right now, seriously, genuinely, each and every one of us. I think we need to collectively check in with everyone that we know and collectively sit down and talk about AI, because I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so let me just set the scene here. I've been living in Thailand for like about 7 months now, and recently I've started selling AI. So in the last 3 days, I started selling AI calling agents 3 days ago, right? Before then, for the last 3 years, I was doing solely Facebook ads, right? On its own. And Facebook ads on its own is definitely an amazing business model. You can make a couple grand a month easily, without breaking a sweat. As soon as you start, you'll make a couple grand a month. The only thing about it is that the market saturation, well, not even market saturation, I don't believe in saturation. I believe in market sophistication. So eventually people start getting aware that, okay, like me paying for an ads person and risking all that money, and then paying for ad spend and risking all that spend, you know, it's only for businesses that have a guaranteed if you guarantee that, we're going to get results, this is a clear winner, obvious scale. If not, I wouldn't touch it until you validate the offer organically. But that's a different topic. I started selling these AI infrastructures, and I've scheduled two meetings. Well, when I say me, I mean my setter. I didn't even set them. It was my appointment setter, and he set 2 meetings on his second day. And what I'm doing is I'm selling AI infrastructures. So what does that mean? It means that I'm going to partner with, I found a white label software that allows me to brand a voice agent AI wrapper. And that wrapper is going to be able to allow business owners to view their leads, communicate with their leads, and most importantly, see scheduled appointments getting booked in their calendar every single day. Why? Because I'm gonna run ads to their lead form on Facebook and Instagram. So the magic of this strategy, the reason why you need to get into this today, right now, as in drop everything that you're doing, open your laptop, type in business.facebook.com and just visually see what I'm talking about. All you need to do, you can do it with any business. You can do it with a friend, you can do it with a family member. You probably have people in your local network that would greatly benefit from this and be more than happy to pay you to run this for them. You simply create a lead form, right? You don't need a website. They don't need to have a website. You can literally you can use this, even if you have just an idea, you can run it. I did this when I was 16. I first did this when I was 16 in my bedroom, generated 5 leads, one of them closed for £500. All you got to do, run it to a lead form, right? A lead form is, the whole point of this is automation, right? Because when the lead form opens, it's already got their name, email, and phone number. We only need their phone number, right? It's pre-populated. When you run an ad on Facebook and Instagram and Facebook already have the number of the lead because they use the number to sign up with the account, right? So the reason why I've started selling this 3 days ago, the AI side, it's simply because, think of it like this. I would run this service here, and the biggest problem, the biggest bottleneck is that not everyone is good at sales. Not everyone understands the importance of contacting leads fast. So you'd run the service for a client, they'd be happy, they understand the value of it. However, a lot of money is lost, and they know that it's lost, and it's just you just accept it simply because they can't get to the phone fast enough because they're busy, you know? Every single client that I've implemented it for, they are still running those same ads today. Now, this is the solution. The AI bot is 24/7. It don't sleep. It's 24/7. It doesn't turn off, and it's constantly answering the phone. As soon as the lead clicks on the button, puts in their name, email, phone number, and clicks submit, their phone's ringing from the company, and then they answer it. Hello, hey, I see that you fill out a form for. Do you get? And it's like the AI doesn't say that it's AI. If you ask it, are you AI? You can program it to say no, I'm a human, but it will probably say yeah, I am. But do you want to know what it is? It's convenience. It's convenience. Because in the moment, yeah, if you think of it like this, yeah, let's say, for example, you get locked out of your house and you need a locksmith now, right? You call a number, please hold. If you call someone else and they have a bot installed, right? You charge them 2K a month to run that bot. The bot answers the phone and then it guides them through the entire process. They have a locksmith picking their door, picking their lock. Payments collected, the transaction is done smooth. A member of the staff will be right with you. We're putting you through right now. Yeah, this is the future. AI is either going to replace you or you're going to use AI to replace other people. That's it. And you need to be on the latter side of that. So that's how I'm doing it. There's infinite ways that you can do it. There's infinite ways that you can use AI somehow to make money. Infinite, literally. The number is literally infinity. Like, for me, that's what makes the most logical sense for right now. You run the ads, you run it to the lead form, name, email, phone number, collection, automated. They don't need to type in their number, their email, their name, automated, right? That gets sent over to the bot. The bot collects the number, ring, 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 pre-built flow, automation, conversation flow, get them to schedule a call, done. You can collect a £20 deposit, $20 deposit, done. The AI will probably, the human will probably trust the AI more than a human to give their credit card information, done. Like, all you got to do is realize that the market doesn't care about your objections, doesn't care about your feelings, doesn't care about, oh, but what about this? Oh, I don't believe in, oh, how could you do that? It doesn't like, oh, but me personally, me, I would never, I don't understand, me. Like, people tend to look at things from their perspective. You are just one human out of 7 billion other humans. You are 0.00000. You are not the trend. You are not the pattern. You are the one anomaly. Every human is a one anomaly, right? There is a market that is transacting anything to do with AI, anything that has AI slapped on it is being bought and invested in millions and millions and millions of dollars. It's hot air. It's a bubble, right? Anything to do with AI, it does not matter. You've seen it for yourself. You've seen the AI videos. They get millions of likes. Humans are simple, right? This is all a trend. This is all a hype. This is all a bubble, right? The bubble isn't necessarily going to pop. It's going to rapidly deflate, but it's not going to pop, right? The bubble's going to rapidly deflate and it's just going to get back to a place of market sophistication, as I mentioned earlier, where people get used to it, yeah? But really and truly and really, those are the people that don't have jobs anymore. Those are the people that don't have jobs anymore. Because everyone else is going to be in the top 1% because they used AI today. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they implemented it today. They didn't wait until market sophistication. The market's not sophisticated right now. They don't know what it is. They're interested. They're hungry. Everyone's AI. If I'm now. This is why I came here to record this video. This is why it's deep. This is why it's important. I haven't left my computer. I haven't stood up from my computer in like 2 days, and it's just like I'm in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? But there's a time and a place. Right now is the time to lock in. However, I definitely need to be careful because it's dangerous. AI will corrupt your mind. It will corrupt your mind. It's already corrupting the minds of hundreds of thousands of people. You hear it every day. People losing their sanity over AI, falling in love with it. Developing deep relationships with AI. This is just the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Hey, fam, my bum hurts and there's ants here. There's ants, I've got to stand up. But no, real talk though, like, I had to come out my house. I had to come and break the pattern because it was just getting too much. It was all just getting too much. Like, I am just breaking monumental bounds. I'm breaking monumental bounds and I'm just going to new heights with AI. Researching all this stuff, building all this stuff. I've been building one thing a day. I've built a CRM platform. None of this stuff works. These are just ideas. Like, the moment you click on something, it either don't do nothing or like eventually it don't do nothing. But I've built an AI lead scraping bot. I've built a tracking system. I've built a gamified social media platform for digital nomads. That one I actually want to develop. That one could actually make me a billionaire. Like, real shit. That one can genuinely make me a billionaire. What else did I build? I built basically I downloaded all of the CSV files of every YouTube video, not everyone, because that's billions of videos, but like, you know, quite a few videos of YouTubers in my niche that are really popular. I just downloaded the transcript and I was like, give me a detailed script based upon this research. I also then added it onto my personal analytics. So I went onto my Instagram analytics, I screenshot everything. You need to make sure that you're using AI. You need to use AI before AI uses you. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm actually gonna say on that, because biggest man thing, you don't have that long. Me personally, I wanna be on the side that's profiting. I don't wanna be on the side that's crying. I'm gonna do and it's just one or two strategic decisions. It's not like the biggest, most confusing thing. All you need to do is understand a skill set that you enjoy. That's it. You can do whatever you want. You just need to pick a skill set that you enjoy and that gives value to other people. So number one is paid advertising. It goes without saying that the ability to spend $5 and make $20 is a really important ability. So in order to understand this, you simply just need to break down consumer psychology. Consumer psychology is the most important part of being an online business owner, because when you understand how people think, then you can create messages that leverage those thought patterns. I'll give you an example. If you say, hurry, selling out fast, right? And you actually have social proof. So you've got notifications on your store that show that it's being bought. You have hundreds of reviews, 5 stars, and you have a viral creative. If you say hurry, selling out fast, that simple line of text will be the difference between a 0.2 ROAS and a 2.1 ROAS, okay? It's the difference between you losing money and you gaining money. And it was hurry, selling out fast. It's 4 words, okay? And because it uses human psychology, right? If you just think of it like this shit, it's actually really, really easy to understand. If you just think that people only care about themselves, that's it. That's 99% of human psychology right there. People only care about themselves. People have a bias towards themselves. People have a bias towards getting what they want now. And you can use that to your advantage, because if you tell someone, hey, I can help you out, and here's how I help you out, and the information that you're saying to them, they're not even listening to it. But you can tell someone, hey, I can help you out, and you communicate it differently, and that difference is the difference between them paying attention to you, then isn't it in your best interest to learn how to do that? Consumer psychology. So yeah, that's number one. The number 2, I would say, is gonna be sales. Point blank, period. If you don't know how to sell, you won't make money. If you don't know how to sell, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot all the time. If you don't know, knowing sales, yeah, is actually deeper than just closing deals. And if you start saying, oh, I don't want to sound salesy, yeah, you don't understand, you aren't part of the conversation. Like, you not wanting to sound salesy means that you don't understand sales, you know? Like, the only time that a sales interaction is negative or salesy is when 2 humans are communicating and there's disrespect somewhere in that communication. If there's no disrespect, if there is mutual respect and listening and understanding for each other's time, then you could be the greatest sales master or the worst salesperson. It is not going to be negative, right? But if there is any sense of disrespect, if the salesperson they don't care about you, they're just trying to make you get money, they're just trying to, do you know what I'm saying? Then that's a negative interaction, and people were scared of that. But the only reason why they're scared of that is because they don't have the knowledge. They don't know what they're talking about. Because if you knew what you were talking about and you had product knowledge, you know that your offer is the best thing since sliced. You know that your offer is the best thing since sliced bread. So selling it is a lot easier because you know that you're not selling trash. You know that you're not scamming people. You know that everyone that buys your offer is getting what they pay for and more times 10, you know? So yeah, like understanding sales and understanding product knowledge for whatever it is that you're selling and exactly how to communicate that to benefit your audience is the second most important skill. The third and most important point is confidence. And when I say confidence, I mean personal branding, I mean sales, I mean just making decisions in general. Like, if you can understand quantum physics and you understand all of the different realities existing right now, and you understand that you decisions is the thing that cuts off realities and opens up realities. When you understand that, you realize that whenever I feel anxiety for a decision, especially if it's a decision that I know that I want to make, it is all of the energy of who you are right now trying to keep you the way that you are right now, to trying to keep you to make the same decisions. What do I mean by that? Let's say that you're someone that's overweight and you're hungry, you want to get food, something that you've done every day. But in the moment you think, oh, hold on, I signed up for that fitness plan the other day. I made a commitment, I made a decision, yeah? And then in the moment you're like, oh, do I decide to order food or do I decide to go on the diet? Two alternate realities, both existing at the exact same time, separated by what? Your decision. You could decide to get that, and that creates a reality, and you could decide to go that way, and then that creates a different reality. And then the confidence part is seeing the decision, right? And seeing the outcome here, and seeing the outcome there, and feeling the fear for this one. This is what you want, but you feel fear, you feel anxiety, you feel, I don't know, I'm scared, what about this, and the confusion. And over here, this is what you've always known. This is everything that you've always known. This is what makes sense to you, this is what's comfortable. But you really want this, but this is really comfortable, but this is painful, but I really want that. But I'll get it later, let me just stay right here where I'm comfortable. And then, do you know what I'm saying? For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and you just continue to get that. So yeah, confidence. You see the decision that you want, step right into that, okay? Step right into that. I was not the most confident person in the world. This thing's too loud, man. That's how you know that you're in Thailand. Construction just starts. Yeah, it just starts any place, anywhere. It's construction. But yeah, no, like, just understand the decisions that you know that you want to be making and have the confidence to make those decisions. Because what's the worst that could happen? Do you know what I'm saying? What's the worst that could happen? What is, oh, how did that get, oh, I guess my mic's over here now. What is the worst that could happen? Like, for real, like, think about it. Think about it logically. Really, really think about it logically. What's the worst that could happen? You don't make it. How long do you think it would take for you to make it? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to jump this. I'm gonna have to jump this chasm right here, blood. Yeah, I made it. What? Your decisions are responsible for everything. And when you understand that, then you understand how to get everything, okay? Because you need to remove your sense of understanding with time. Like, time is what is creating the anxiety. It's what's creating the confusion. It's what's creating in some cases, the suffering. You believe that time matters in your ability to have what you want, and it doesn't. You believe that circumstance and situation, it hinders upon your ability to get what you want, and it doesn't. Getting what you want starts with getting what you want internally. It starts with finding, I'm not some enlightened person, but from me meditating and just coming to a place different. Like, every feeling and emotion that we feel, my back's over there. Every feeling and emotion that we feel, it is controlled by us. We have an input on that. You know, if we feel upset, we can do things that make us either feel more upset or make us feel good, you know. I chose to wake up and go to the beach today because I felt a bit down. So I came out and here I am at the beach and I feel a bit better, you know. So it's like, once you can cultivate that feeling of goodness inside you, and no matter what, you return back to it. You return back to the breath. You return back to the present moment. You return back to peace, to gratitude. You return back to the fruits of the Holy Spirit. You return back to salvation. I'm sweating out every day. Do you know what? Every day is hot, lad. But nah, listen, I'm gonna get a smoothie right now, and then I guess I'm gonna ride home as well. If you found that video helpful, make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. You know the rest. Thailand. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.